This is PBN News. I am Anna. With the vice presidential election on the horizon, it is almost certain that Morris will win the election. We've asked our political expert Abrams Weki Dunswood about it.
Thanks for having me, Anna. The structure of Paloma is, as we know, a one-party socialist state, which makes the likelihood of an independent candidate winning the vice presidency very low. As I see it, the only potential candidates you have for this election could be the Supreme Paloman members Anik Sufjan and Andrew Brotherton, both very new members to the body in general. However, I think Sufjan's ability to win has been severely damaged, especially after his comments on sexuality and his definition of a woman in the past. Now, unlike Sufjan, Vice President Morris, since his entrance into office, has been smooth and without controversy. He has experience, and that's something like myself and others can agree with and like and respect in a candidate. I strongly hold the faith that Morris will win the election once more. Thanks for having me.
We will be right back after the break. Welcome back to PBN News. I am Anna. We've talked about potential candidates, but haven't touched up on how an election works. Joining us here is President Aidan McGrath to explain.
Thank you, Anna. Paloma elections are fairly simple once you get to the nitty-gritty of it. The vice presidential elections are very simple also, if you have only two candidates. Now, the vice presidential election, if there's only two candidates who are running against each other, you will have the election on July 31st every time, no matter what, and it will be first past the post, meaning whoever gets the first amount of votes that is required to beat the person you're going against wins. Or simply put, whoever has the most votes wins the election and becomes the vice president the next day in August. Now, where things get a little bit more messy and complicated is if we have multiple candidates and more than two candidates running. This means that we are going to have more than one round because there is too many candidates. So to simplify it, on the 21st there would be a round of instant runoff voting. So all candidates who are participating, that's more than two, will have this instant runoff ballot, meaning that their names will be listed all together and they will be put in preference. So listed by 1, 2, 3, 4, no matter how many numbers, etc., etc. So hypothetically, if I want John Doe over Jane Doe, I would put him as my first option and Jane Doe as my second. So it is basically a number optioning list. And what happens is that at the end of all that voting, the election commission will take a rough estimate, so an instant runoff, of whatever two candidates had the most votes. So pretty much whoever loses, their votes get canceled out and they get kicked out of the election. Whoever has the most whoever has the most votes in the end will continue to the final round, which is on the 31st, and that will be just like I've explained a normal election would be. It would be first past the post, and whoever beats that would be the vice president the next day. So it's very complicated right when you get more than two candidates, and that has been more of a reoccurring thing that's been happening lately in Paloma elections. It's not like how it used to be a year or two ago when we only had just two candidates running against each other. Now we're having 4 and sometimes 5 in these elections. So it's very interesting to watch these instant runoff and who gets lucky and who doesn't. Anna?
Thank you for your explanation, Mr. President. It was greatly appreciated. That is all of PBN News that we have for you all tonight. Thank you for watching. Larga Vida alla Revolution. Good night.